Right, question 4 here then. We're going to look here at integrating trig functions here with limits. Okay, so if we look at this one here, now remember you've got sine. When you differentiate sine, you get plus cos, don't you? So when you integrate sine, you're going to get minus cos. That's the way I think about it. So minus cos x upon 2, divide then by the derivative of that, which is half. And we've got limits, no constant, so 2 pi and pi. Okay, now you can tidy that up, half there, flip it, so you take that up, so you get minus 2 in there, cos x over 2 between 2 pi and pi, right? It's really important you get this in radian mode, okay? Because when you integrate with trig functions, always radian mode. So if we put 2 pi in first, okay, you've got that. Take away then this, so we're going to take away this here, which is minus 2 cos pi over 2. Okay, so I'll just get my calculator now, and I'll chuck all that in. I need to check I am in radian. If you're not in radian, press shift, mode, and then 4 for radian. So let's put that in, minus 2 cos fraction 2 pi over 2 close minus 2 cos fraction pi over 2 close, and then you've got your answer. It comes out as 2. That's nice, isn't it? Okay. Don't need to go over all of these, alright? Perhaps one which would be useful to go over is this last one here, okay? So with this last one here, we've got the integral pi over 6, pi over 3, those are the limits, sine 4x plus pi over 6 dx. Now, square brackets, because we've got limits. Remember now, cos, sine becomes minus cos of 4x plus pi over 6. Divide them by the derivative in here, which is just 4. Okay, because you differentiate then, it's just the number in front of the x always, right? So it's 4, and you're done. And that's between pi over 3, pi over 6. Okay, and as I said, don't worry about this pi over 6 in here. Don't worry about it at all. You just dividing by 4 on you because you differentiate there. So the next thing is just check those limits in. Now, perhaps because I'm not going to struggle here for space, I'll write it over here. So I'll put in minus cos 4x. Now x becomes pi over 3. Okay, plus then pi over 6 over then 4. Take away, and then you've got minus again then cos 4 pi over 6. I'll use brackets, it kind of looks a bit nicer. Plus then pi over 6, close bracket, all over 4. Okay, so I'm just subbing in the pi over 6 there for the x. So let's get my calculator. Okay, so I'm going to have minus, I tell you what maybe I will do is I'll work out, what I will do here, it'll be easier, my calculator, is I'll put a quarter, I'll do it like that, and then chuck this into my calculator. It'll just be easier to type it in, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Just take a quarter out, and then I've got minus, well, minus there becomes a plus, so I can change that already. Okay, so multiply it all by a quarter. Okay, so I've got 1/4 bracket. Okay, so then minus cos brackets, then 4, and then we'll have another bracket, pi over 3. So we close that bracket, plus then pi fraction over 6. So we close that bracket then for the cos. So just copy really what I've got here. Plus then cos open bracket, or I've already got that, haven't I? 4 open bracket fraction pi over 6, close bracket, plus pi over 6, close bracket. I think that's done. And then of course I need another bracket close because I was multiplying it by a quarter, wasn't I? So I do that and I press equals, and it's taking this time. There's your answer. Okay, so it comes out as minus root 3 over 8. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. A negative answer. Okay, that's what I've got.